And welcome back to my channel. This is Sachin sir, and today we will try to understand and solve some property based numericals of quadrilaterals. Here we go with the first sum on the board, that is of rectangle, and if you read the question very carefully, you will come to know that you are given with the values of length of the rectangle and the diagonal of the rectangle. And what is our target? We need to find the value of breadth of the rectangle. So before proceeding further, let me clear a few details. Let me tell you some information about the god of geometry. Yes, of course, because without him the geometry is nothing, zero. It is none other than Pythagoras. Yes, you deal with any part of the geometry, Pythagoras will be there for sure. Don't believe me? Here we move on. Consider this diagram on the board. MATS same again, and a diagonal is drawn in it. The moment you draw the diagonal in it, okay, it divides the rectangle into two parts, that is two right angle triangle. Okay, why right angle? Because it's a property of rectangle that every angle is of 90 degree, isn't it right? Yes. So the moment that rectangle is divided into two right angle, you have to choose any one of it. Okay, and now observe, the moment you have right angle triangle, then all the relation of the two side and the hypotenuse. What? You don't know hypotenuse? Let me clear that part also. The side opposite to 90 degree, the way you are looking in the diagram, side opposite to 90 degree is called as a hypotenuse in that triangle. Okay, clear? Now hypotenuse and remaining two sides are related to each other by Pythagoras theorem. Do you remember that? Hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. Correct? Yes. And with the help of this formula only, we can calculate the breadth of the rectangle. So move on. Here we go with the formula of the Pythagoras. The moment you put the values, we can say that hypotenuse is nothing but the diagonal, right? And side 1 and side 2 are nothing but the length and the breadth of the rectangle. So here's the next formula. D square, that is diagonal square, is equal to length square plus breadth square. Now substitute the values. We are given with 26 as a diagonal, so 26 square, correct? Length value is 24, so 24 square, plus breadth value we need to find, so breadth square or b square is written as it is. The moment you find the square, now don't tell me that you don't know the square. Why not? Square is nothing but number multiplied by itself. So I need to find 26 square. That means I need to do 26 into 26, and that results in, yeah, 676, and 24 square is 576. Okay, now the rule to solve any equation, we have to make two parts of the equation in such a way that numbers without letter should be on one side, numbers with letter should be on one side. So over here 576 is without letter. I need to send it towards the 676. How to do it? Of course, 576 is in positive. The moment it goes to the another side of the equality, it goes in negative. So as a result, we get 676 minus 576 equals to breadth square or b square. After carrying out the subtraction, we get the answer 100. So that means 100 equal to b square. And always keep it in mind, whenever you apply Pythagoras theorem, at the end of it, to get the final answer, we need to carry out square root without fail. Okay, the moment you take out the square root of 100, you know it, correct? Yes, yes, of course, it's 10, right? So breadth value is 10, and here we got our final answer. Pythagoras theorem is nothing but the god of geometry. It can solve any problem. It can open any lock of it if applied properly. Now here is the next sum on the board about the rhombus. Okay, so I hope you remember the properties of rhombus also. The question says that the diagonal AC and diagonal BD is given to us, and I need to find the side of the rhombus and perimeter of the rhombus. Very first, here is our action plan. Do you know the meaning of perimeter? First of all, sum of all the sides in a diagram is called as a perimeter. Keep it in mind. So to find the perimeter, it is must to find side of the rhombus first of all, because without finding sides we cannot proceed to find the perimeter. So my target is to find side first. Okay, the moment you observe the rhombus diagram here, ABCD, and if you remember the properties, you will come to know that the diagonals of the rhombus, they bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. So in short, they are perpendicular bisectors of each other, correct? So if you observe the diagram COD triangle, you will know point O is nothing but the 90 degree. So that triangle is right angle triangle, and whenever it is right angle triangle, our old friend, who is that? Who is that? Pythagoras. Yes, again we can apply the theorem of it, right? And the moment we apply the theorem, okay, we will get the answer of the side or whatever side we require, right? And after finding the side, we can proceed for the perimeter. So my action plan is to find the side first by utilizing Pythagoras theorem, correct? And then find the perimeter. The moment you try to apply the Pythagoras theorem, you will come to know that we require, check out the diagram, we require CO and OB, but values of CO and OB are not given to me. So before applying Pythagoras theorem, now it is compulsory for me to find the value of CO and OB. And here again the property of a rhombus help us. What is that property? Diagonals bisect each other. What do you mean by bisect? That point O is nothing but the midpoint for AC and BD both, correct? The whole BD is given to me, right? So by making it half, I can find the value of OB, right? And whole AC is given to me. By making it half, I can find the value of OC also. So here we go with the first part of it. Very first, write the property. In rhombus, diagonals bisect each other, right? So with the help of this property, we can say OB equals to BD upon 2, that is equals to 12 upon 2, and that results in 6. So first problem is solved. OB is there with us. Now try to find the OC also with the same manner. So here we calculate for the OC. OC is nothing but AC divided by 2, that is 16 divided by 2, and we get the answer 8, correct? And now the pre-preparation is done properly. So in triangle COB now, we have angle O equals to 90 degree, and that is why we can apply Pythagoras theorem. The moment you apply Pythagoras theorem, the first thing that must come in your mind, where is 90 degree? O. So which side is opposite to it? Confused? Don't worry. See, I'll give you one short key. If the name of the triangle is COB, point O is 90 degree, so remove that point. Which side is remaining? CB or BC. So that BC will be the hypotenuse. Isn't it easy? Yes. So start applying the theorem now. So we have BC square equal to CO square plus OB square, that is hypotenuse square equals to side 1 square plus side 2 square. Now substitute the value. I need to find the BC, that is sides, right? So CO we got how much? 8. OB how much we got? 6. So square of them, don't forget it. The moment you square it, we get the answer 64 plus 36, and there BC square is equal to 100 now, right? The way I told you, whenever you apply Pythagoras theorem, the ending part is nothing but to take out the square root. The moment you take out the square root, we get the answer BC equals to 100, and that gives me the length of side, right? That is 10 centimeter, and thereon I need to find my next target. What is that? Perimeter of the rhombus. So what the definition says about the perimeter? The way I told you, sum of all the sides in a diagram is called as a perimeter of it. Over here in the rhombus, every side is equal in length, correct? So 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. We have 4 times 10. That is 4 times side. And therefore we can write the perimeter of rhombus is nothing but 4 into side. Same formula is applicable to square also. Okay, so perimeter of rhombus is 4 into side. Substitute the value, we get 4 into 10, and as a result we get the answer 40 centimeter. So in all, the side of the rhombus is 10 centimeter and the perimeter of it is 40 centimeter. So boys and girls, here we go with the next sum on the board. The question is related to the square. Okay, now the moment we see the question is of square, all the properties should be there in your mind very first. So what we are given with? We are given with side of the square, that is 8 centimeter, and I need to find the length of diagonal. Okay, so to solve this question there are 2 ways. Okay, one is very short and one is little lengthy comparative to the first one. In the second one we use Pythagoras theorem, and in the first one we apply direct formula. Okay, so very first we'll begin with the Pythagoras theorem, and then I'll let you know about the short formula. Okay, if we observe this square MATH, the way we are taking, now I need to find the diagonal first of all. So consider diagonal, that is empty. Okay, the way in rectangle, diagonal divided the quadrilateral into 2 right angle triangle, here also the diagonal will divide the quadrilateral into 2 right angle triangles. What happens now? We are going to consider one of them. So let's consider triangle MHT. According to the property of a square, every side is equal in length. So we can say MH and HT both are equal in length, and angle H is 90 degree. As angle H is 90 degree, we can apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle to calculate the length of hypotenuse. How to identify hypotenuse? Side opposite to 90 degree is called as hypotenuse. Okay. And how to get the name of it? In the name of triangle. What is the name of triangle? MHT. Which is the 90 degree? H. Remove that H. Which are the two letters remaining? MT. So MT will be the hypotenuse. So here we go with the Pythagoras theorem on the board. Hypotenuse square equals to side 1 square plus side 2 square. The moment you substitute the names of the side in it according to that triangle, we get MT square equals to MH square plus HT square. We have to find the square and we get the answer 64 plus 64. Add it, we get the answer MT square equals to 128. And the way I told you, we have to always find the square root at the end. So we get the answer MT equals to under root 128, and that will be my final answer. Boys and girls, actually in the higher standard we have to go beyond this step also. Okay, after this we have to take the square root of 128 and you will get the answer, yes, 8 root 2. You will get the answer 8 root 2. But over here this answer is also correct. The moment you apply short formula, you will get the second answer, that is 8 root 2. So what does the formula say? Diagonal equals to root 2 into side, and finish it off. One formula, diagonal equals to root 2 into side, and immediately you get the answer 8 into root 2, and bang. If the question is of 1 mark, apply the second formula, that is diagonal equals to root 2 into side, and if the question is of 2 mark, follow the steps according to Pythagoras theorem, 2 to 3 marks. Okay, so my dears, this is about rhombus. Okay, and one angle of the rhombus is given to us, that is 50 degree, and I need to find all the remaining angles. Before starting the sum, let's be ready with the action plan, because without this we will not go further. What we need to do, before writing down the solution, we will try to solve this by observation. So here is a diagram of rhombus on the board. Consider angle ABK as shown in the figure, and angle 50 is surely there, right? If you observe the diagram, 50 degree and angle A are opposite angles, so their measures must be equal because it's a rhombus, and in rhombus opposite angles are equal in measures. If you see angle K and 50 degree, they are supplementary because they are adjacent angles, and in rhombus adjacent angles are always supplementary. So to find the value of a K, we just need to subtract that 50 degree from 180, and as a result we will surely get 130, right? So we know now that angles of this rhombus are 50 degree and 130 degree in alternate order. Isn't it easy? Yes. And now time to write it down on the paper or on the screen. Very first step, you mentioned that we are going to consider angle ABK as shown in figure. Then which property we have utilized? Two properties, opposite angles are congruent and adjacent angles are supplementary. So here we will try to solve first adjacent angles are supplementary, so we will get the value of K. So 50 degree plus K equals to 180 degree, right? After that, that 50 degree will be shifted to other side of the equality, that goes in subtraction with 180. So what do we get? K equals to 180 minus 50, and as a result we get the answer 130 degree, right? Now mention that 130 in the diagram also, correct? Consider, we had already considered angle B and A as shown in figure. Now observe the diagram. 50 degree is equal to angle A, opposite angles. 130 and B are again opposite angles. Now write the property first of all. Opposite angles of rhombus are congruent, and then that's why we can say angle A equals to 50 degree and angle B equals to 130 degree, and bang, our answer is over. Now write the final answer. Required angles are 50 degree, 130 degree, 50 degree, 130 degree, or as we require only 3 angles, just mention 130 degree, 50 degree and 130 degree. Isn't it easy?
How to construct the quadrilaterals. Now we'll begin with 8.2, question number 3. We'll draw rhombus KLMN. Okay, and for that side is given 4 centimeter and angle K is 75 degree. What we are going to do, draw any of the side, because every side is equal in length, it's a rhombus, right? But better to choose side in which K is present. Why? because angle K is given to me, right? After drawing that side including K, that is KL, now I have drawn. We will draw angle K 75 degree. Again, just reminding you, keep the center point of the protractor over here on K. Reference line of the protractor should overlap on point on segment KL, and as L is on right hand side, so on right hand side 0 you will begin your counting. Okay, so 75 degree will be marked somewhere like this. Okay, after that we'll take distance 4 centimeter in the rounder. Keep the rounder tip, metal tip I mean to say, on K and mark over here somewhere. That is a third point. We can say that is point N, right? On point, without changing distance now, 4 centimeter is already taken by you. Keep the metal tip on point N, draw arc somewhere here. Keep the metal tip now on point L without changing distance. Draw the arc, and the arc will intersect somewhere here, and that will be our point M. Now one thing is remaining, join the segments and construction is completed. This is the rough diagram, boys and girls. Now let's do few things practically.
As we have decided to draw our rhombus, we will begin with base KL. Distance KL is 4 centimeters, so draw it very cautiously. Press at 0, then press at 4, and then join those dots. Okay, once you draw KL, now take the protractor. Angle K is given to us 75 degree. Match the reference line of the protractor exactly on the side KL. Slowly move forward. Now we will start our counting from the 0 which is on side of L. So that's the bottom number we have to take. Once the point is marked, we will join that point with the vertex K so that the angle is completed. So in this manner we have drawn the angle K. Again I'm telling you, if I want to draw angle K and my other point is on right side, that is towards the L, so 0 which is present towards L, from that 0 we have to start counting. Always keep it in mind. Now we have to draw or locate point N. For that we'll take distance 4 centimeter in the rounder, the way you saw, and now keep the metal tip on K because we need to find the distance Kn. So K is there, so keep it on K and mark the arc on the angle. Now in rhombus every side is equal in length, so use that same distance, keep it on L and draw the arc. Now keep it on N and draw the arc. This will give you the point M, the way you saw in the diagram. Once the point M is also located by marking 4 centimeter from point L and N, now the time has come to join those points, that is draw segment NM, then draw segment LM, and once you have drawn it, your rhombus is completed. Do not forget to mention important details in the diagram the way you're looking in it.
Now we are heading towards the easiest question of your exercise, that is to draw a square. We know that every angle of the square is right angle, right, 90 degree, and every side is equal, so we can draw with any side first, right? I've chosen WX. 5.2 distance is taken properly with the help of scale. After that I'm going to draw 90 degree at point W also, at vertex X also, in this manner. Once 90 degrees drawn, I'm going to take 5.2 distance in the rounder, keep the metal tip on point W and put arc over here on that side. After that, without changing distance, keep the metal tip over here on point X, draw the arc, and voila, you get the point Z and point Y, remaining 2 points, right? And join these 2 points now and your square will be ready for you. Okay, so let's do it practically. I hope you all are ready with your geometry box.
So as per our rough diagram, boys and girls, we will draw side WX first of all. In a square every angle is 90 degrees, so our next target is to draw right angle at the vertex that we have located, that is vertex W and vertex X. Be very careful while drawing these angles. The reference line at the bottom should overlap exactly on the side WX, and then mark 90 degree. It is the easiest angle to locate or to draw. Once the points are located by you, join those points with the vertex we have, that is W and vertex X. Once these locations are joined by the vertices that we have, that is W and X. Now take distance 5.2 in the rounder. Even half mm distance too should not be missed by you, so be very cautious while taking this distance. Once the distance is taken by you and you are very sure about it, keep the metal tip of the rounder on one by one, first on vertex W, mark the distance on the angle drawn the way I am doing presently now. Yes, and now without changing the distance, keep the metal tip on vertex X and mark the distance again, that is by drawing arc on the angle. These arcs are nothing but point Z and Y. Now last work is remaining, that is to join these point Z and Y. Once you join it, our square is completed. Now last work, name the points, name the distance, mark the angles, and then we can say our diagram is completed.
Next question is first question of 8.2. We need to draw a rectangle ABCD. Same thing. What 90 degrees there, right? Each angle is 90 degree. So you can draw any of the side, but begin with the bigger one, that is the longer one. AB is drawn. From point A and from point B, I'm gonna draw 90 degree now over here, right? After drawing this 90 degree, I'm gonna take 4.5 distance in the rounder. Why? In a square, every side was equal, so same distance was taken, that is 5.2 in the previous sum. Over here now, breadth is given 4.5, so I'm going to take 4.5 distance in the rounder. Keep the metal tip on point A, draw the arc on this arm. Without changing distance, keep the metal tip on point B, draw the arc over here, and then points will be located, right? And after that, join those located points and your construction is done. Rectangle is ready. Okay.
So boys and girls, according to our rough diagram, we will draw segment AB first of all, name the points. After that, we know every angle of rectangle is 90 degree. So from point A and point B, we will draw 90 degree. Don't forget to overlap reference line exactly on segment AB. Only then your angle will be perfect, or there will be no mistake while drawing the angle. Now repeat the procedure by keeping the protractor on point B. Once the 90 degree is marked, your half work is already done if it is marked properly. Now next work is to join those marked location with the vertex that we have already looking at, that is point A, that is vertex A and vertex B. For rectangle, length and breadth both are given to us. Now next work, to mark the breadth, that is 4.5 from point A and point B. Take the distance properly in the rounder the way you're looking at the screen. Once the distance is taken properly, keep the rounded metal tip on point A and mark the arc, that is location of point D, on that arm. Repeat the procedure by keeping the metal tip on point B and without changing distance. Once point C and D are located, now last work is to join them so that most of the rectangle is completed. After joining them, don't forget to mark the angles and the values of side given to you all. Only then your rectangle is completed.